Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow lady. Check. Watch 54. You must be getting tired.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, easy.
They go back to Murray on first down. Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Murray. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
A run, it's Murray. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
On second down now. It's Murray, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Ready. 5-9. 54. And I'm coming after you. Switch.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready. You ready? Right there. 54 Mike. Check Mike. Check Mike. 0-2, 0-2.
Now Breeze on third down. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Demario Davis there on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
11.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
11.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. 180. I'm coming.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Ooh, with a juke. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
One, Omaha. Get him. Hey, check my head.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He finds Beckham complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Garoppolo to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On second down, a run with Breida. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 65.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Hey, easy. 29 is the mic. Mike 29.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Eric Armstead. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Easy, opposite. Under. SOS.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
38 yards on the scamper there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Got his man. It's Eifert. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
That's it, baby. We go work.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 1.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll toss it to Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Box drop, box drop. 54. Mike 50.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Break it down. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hey, exit. Mike 29.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 94 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. But yes, Michael Thomas is a volume receiver, but he can also make some really big plays, especially with Drew Brees throwing the football.
I love the way you described it. Volume receiver who could also make big plays. In other words, if you underestimate him, he'll run past you or he'll just jump over the top of you and continue to make those big plays.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
He's coming. Check. He's coming. Double up. 56. Mike.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 11. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Opposite. 61, matchbox lights. 5-1. Mike 29. Man, I got you.
Breeze now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Check, crouch, check.
On 3rd down, Murray. And an alley to run. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, 75 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Hey, wahoo!
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Odell Beckham, 74 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Back at the 22-yard line.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go with Murray again. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Following the penalty, it's Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
Ready? Yo, we're waiting.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Big shit.
5-9.
We got to step it up. Right there. 54.
You're good, you're good. I full. Ready?
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Ready, catch.
To throw is Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? That was second down run for Murray. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for the Saints.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here we go, here we go.
54.
They run with Murray. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 47 yards. They'll come out in the pistol. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Back.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here we go. 180.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 29 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need... And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right, got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, easy.
It comes to me, it's me. Mike 5-4.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. You ready?
Mike 29.
Kill.
A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Alert 3.
Hey, easy.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Mike 54.
This is Murray. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Murray. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A 20th carry coming up now for Murray. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Whip. Watch the kill.
To throw is Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? Yellow lady. Not me.
Mike 5-4.
What we got?
Now Breeze. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Big kick right there to give him the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They go counter with Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now Gold for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Q.
Mike 54.
All day, baby.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
Here's Breeze to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.